Let's get into some nuts and bolts here. The winning candidate needs 270 electoral votes, and former Vice President Joe Biden appears to have the advantage. This is what the map looks like right now, according to our CBS News Battleground Tracker poll. You can see Joe Biden there with 279 likely or leaning states, but also note that there are 96 toss-up states, and President Trump still has a path he could still break through here. Ed O'Keefe has been following it all for us. He's got some last-minute updates. I'm very curious, Ed, what is the Biden campaign doing today to shore up support?
They're sending him back to Pennsylvania. Biden team is out in those critical battleground states you mentioned where they think they still have a chance of finding more votes to win. Biden will be back in a Keystone State, closing out his campaign against President Trump.
The vast majority of Americans are done with the chaos, the corruption, the failure.
Pennsylvania is where Biden launched his presidential campaign 18 months ago. His aides called the state the cornerstone of their path to 270 electoral votes.
We can only get this done in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvanians vote.
In order to win the Keystone State, Biden needs to turn out white working-class voters, suburban voters, especially those around Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, and he needs to perform better in rural Republican areas than Hillary Clinton did 4 years ago. And the campaign's holding nothing back, recruiting last-minute musical star power for their Pennsylvania push Monday night.
Now is your chance to vote against Donald Trump, a man who believes his fame gives him the right to grab one of your daughters or sisters or mothers or wives by any part of their bodies.
Biden campaigned with Lady Gaga in Pittsburgh, while John Legend campaigned alongside Kamala Harris in Philadelphia.
Your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power.
But it's not just Pennsylvania the Biden campaign is focused on.
Right here in Georgia, you've got an even bigger power to deliver the change that we need.
On Monday, former President Barack Obama also made stops in Georgia and Florida. If Biden wins either state, the president's pathway to victory becomes much more difficult.
The president's declared that he's basically planning to announce victory no matter what the numbers are. Well, you know what? If we beat him soundly, he won't be able to do it.
So, Joe Biden's in Pennsylvania. Running mate Kamala Harris is headed to Detroit. Dr. Biden is headed to Florida and North Carolina. Kamala Harris's husband's going to Ohio. That's essentially where they see the ball game ending up today. You know, guys, our late colleague Charles Kuralt called Election Day the feast day for freedom. I think that's a good way of describing it. Of course, though, every holiday this year has been a little different. This Election Day will be very different as well, but we'll see how it goes. And one last time.
We were counting on
Today is Election Day, Anthony.
Hold it up higher. They took down the banner.
Just in case anybody woke up and forgot.
By the way, I checked 1,463 days to Election Day 2020.
Ed, I remember when you first started, I think it was day 58, and the countdown seems so far away. So to know that we're here today, it's, God, I feel it too.
Yeah.
I just hope we can put that away.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Ed, thank you.
See you tonight.
Yeah, we will be here.